y'all want the murder rate to go fucking down, why y'all on this make a fucking state for straight hitters and let us just kill each other? Let us just go dumb, you heard me? The ones won't bang, we won't bang for the rest of our life. Let us get a part of the world where we just could bang it. Like, this our life. Like, you can't get mad because we bang. This is what we love to do. Well, what I love to do, I love to bang and I'm back on that type of shit.
In honor of my being 10, since he wanted to play, when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now, the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Then you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. BN10 challenge, man.
We're less than halfway through April, and this already takes the cake for by far being the most insane month of 2026. The month of extremely highly avoidable stupid actions. First, Pooh Shiesty and his father get locked up for allegedly robbing Gucci Mane at gunpoint in an attempt to get Pooh Shiesty out of his 1017 record label contract. Then you had Offset refusing to pay Lil TJ the money that he borrowed from him. So Lil TJ catches Offset at the casino and allegedly, amidst an altercation that TJ and Offset have, Offset ends up getting shot. Now we got NBA Youngboy, who, despite having one of the most loyal in all of hip-hop, faced many hurdles restricting him from dominating at the levels he was capable of. He was in and out of jail, he was on house arrest for several years, but it finally seemed like there might be a happy ending to the hardship Youngboy faced when last year he beats his cases and to celebrate goes on one of the biggest hip-hop tours of 2025. And on that tour, he brings a bunch of his associates, a bunch of his artists, and a bunch of his longtime friends, including NBA Ben 10. Standing next to someone of Youngboy's stature is an easy golden ticket to stardom for yourself as long as you keep your head down, stay focused, and stay working. But unfortunately, like I said, this month of April has led to some insanely avoidable and insanely stupid scenarios occurring, and this is the latest to unfold.
Well, right now, Houston police are searching for the man they say opened fire inside of a popular restaurant last night.
Yeah, police say this all started with an attempted robbery inside Confessions on Kirby Drive. KHOU11's Devon Rami joins us live from outside this morning. Devon, what are police saying about the person who opened fire and where he might be right now?
That's the big question here this morning, is where this suspect could be, and they are actively looking for him right now, combing through surveillance video as well as information that they've gained from witnesses. But this all took place behind me here in the restaurant and lounge there called Confessions, up on the 2nd floor of this building here behind me off of Upper Kirby. Houston police say the call came in around 11:30 last night, and investigators say 2 men tried to rip chains off another man's neck, taking him to the ground during the robbery. It's still unclear if the men knew each other. Police say after the chains were taken, though, several others jumped in, turning the situation into a large, violent fight with multiple people attacking the victim moments before the victim somehow was able to pull out a gun and started shooting.
Throughout this incident, multiple people were shot, and Ben 10 was one of them. Certain sources have said that his condition is critical, even going as far as saying he's paralyzed and suffered multiple heart attacks, while other sources have said he's completely fine and recovering quickly. We'll break all that down shortly. We first gotta understand, how did Ben 10 get shot in the first place? Well, the incident went down at a Houston restaurant called Confessions. Footage of the altercation, or the aftermath of it, had actually leaked. Some more footage of the altercation had leaked, where you start hearing some innocent bystanders actually react to the horrors going on around them.
Yes. Oh no! What the fuck? Oh my god! Why they they doing that? Where the security? Oh my God, he got the tail. Let's go.
We eating, taking shots, a big ass group of dudes come in, they get to fighting dudes that was already in there. Next thing we know, they letting shots out in the whole restaurant. One man dead on the group, one ran. But when I say it was so many shots let out, y'all, like OMFG.
Now, I likely had to blur a lot of that video out, but if you paid close attention, you probably saw a face that might have been familiar to you, especially considering that this event took place in Houston, and that is J. Prince Jr. Let's take a deeper look.
You could see them trying to snatch his chain and roughing him up. Well, if you slow down the video, you see somebody awfully familiar in the video instructing them to do this to All-Star JR. Here is J. Prince in 4K directing them to beat up All-Star JR, directing them to snatch his chain, orchestrating the entire thing.
Now, do we know for sure that J. Prince Jr. was behind this entire thing, that he orchestrated it? We don't, but in this video, we will review every little piece of detail that we do know. But a lot of you guys probably don't know who J. Prince Jr. even is and why he might be significant to this story, especially since it took place in Houston. So J. Prince Jr., he is one of the sons of J. Prince, hence the Jr. So his dad, J. Prince, he was a legend within Houston. He's the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, one of the most important Southern hip-hop labels of all time. He was involved in the rise of many pillars within Southern hip-hop, from Scarface, UGK, Ghetto Boys, Trey the Truth, and his other son, Jazz Prince, he was actually the one who discovered Drake. He found his music on MySpace while Drake was still an actor on Degrassi, and he was the one who introduced Lil Wayne to Drake's music and got Wayne to actually sign Drake. So he is responsible for Drake.
You know, the whole Drake situation.
I have to give credit to my son on that one. That was Jazz Prince. He felt real strongly about Drake, you know, even though I tried to discourage him and get him to move to something else. He was a student in Rap-A-Lot when he was a kid. I had him there. I didn't leave him at home. I took my boys to the office and I allowed them to work and learn different things. And one of the most important things that he learned that made him embrace Drake was a buzz. He heard me on marketing calls every week getting on people's asses about what's buzzing in your town. He found a buzz.
Now, when you hear Drake talk about mob ties or just his connection to Houston in general, he's referring to J. Prince, Jazz Prince, the entire Prince family. They're very powerful in Houston, and of course, their influence and impact within hip-hop is massive. But over the years, especially in hip-hop, there's been a little bit of a weird energy surrounding the family and other rappers. There was the incident in 2018 when they tried to get Tekashi 6ix9ine to check in, quote unquote, when he was touching down in Houston for an event. That led to an altercation. Of course, the darkest altercation that J. Prince Jr. was slightly involved in was the unaliving of Takeoff in November of 2022, which happened during a dice game at a private party that was hosted by J. Prince Jr. in Houston. The man charged with the case is allegedly having his lawyers funded by the Prince family. And it always sat weird with me hearing J. Prince Sr., J. Prince Jr.'s father, do interviews after Takeoff lost his life and have some very weird possible threats aimed at Offset, which was obviously one of Takeoff's very close collaborators and former Migos member.
This Offset dude, I ain't gonna leave him out. You know, niggas be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? And I don't like them kind of individuals. You know, and the truth of the matter is, you know, one can dance and different things in front of these different cameras and all that kind of shit. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, I got people everywhere, so I hear all kinds of things. I'ma just say this to you. Don't never put me in no position where I have to defend myself. That wouldn't be healthy for you. I have to say that. I ain't gonna throw rocks and hide my hand. I'm gonna just let it be known to him because I hear what's being said. And it's all love after that.
Now, to stay on J. Prince Sr. for a second, he also had some strange words for, ironically, NBA Youngboy at one point in time. He had posted this creepy video onto social media, dangling a bunch of car keys at the camera, stating that they actually belonged to Youngboy, and that he had got word that Youngboy had been robbed, and he had communicated with whoever robbed Youngboy to get the keys back, and they were now in J. Prince's possession. And you could hear Youngboy actually reply to this video. It doesn't necessarily sound like J. Prince was doing him any favors by getting those car keys back, right? It almost sounds like maybe Youngboy thought J. Prince was taunting him.
I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie Youngboy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. The little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, Youngboy family is okay with me. As you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, all that they took.
They ain't even had in my cars. They probably had $20 in the things for each one of them. There you go, card that you break it into stuff, but you gotta be smarter than that, man. You can't be stupid like that, doing no broke like that. Then the stupid little motherfucker threw a brick and ain't even hit the fucking car. They is stupid as a bitch. Then nigga stole my cameraman and slipped with me.
And it looks like there was an actual issue here, because eventually J. Prince would actually post a picture onto Instagram of himself with Youngboy and Birdman, who is closely connected to Youngboy, and of course is the label owner of Cash Money, which is where Drake was signed to, so there's that connection with the Prince family on that end as well. So J. Prince posts this picture, and pretty much in the caption implies that there was a beef that eventually got squashed thanks to Birdman. As you all can see, I had a good time kicking it with the homies in Utah. On behalf of the lil homie Youngboy, me and my brother Birdman were able to have a real conversation face to face. We talked about the past, the present, and the future, but most importantly, we left each other with a mutual respect moving forward. When I put Drake on that FaceTime call with you, my intent was for y'all to move forward, not backwards. Two things we get every day is a chance and a choice. The choices we make determine our destination. Now that's a video for another day, but he's referring to the fact that Youngboy himself had some issues with Drake. Drop a comment if maybe you want a video on that backstory, but just remember here that the Prince family had their separate issues with Youngboy. It got squashed. Now NBA Youngboy's like day one artist and friend, etc., NBA Ben 10, is with J. Prince Jr. at this restaurant in Houston where he allegedly gets shot, and like you saw in the video I played you guys before, J. Prince Jr. is right at the scene of the altercation. We're gonna understand how J. Prince Jr. was even involved in this, how Ben 10 was involved in this. We're gonna break it all down, but first let's unpack who Ben 10 is. Ben 10 has been associated with NBA Youngboy since day one. He's been around since Youngboy's come up. He's been involved in his fair share of controversies, even being at the center of the NLE Choppa and NBA Youngboy beef.
When NLE Choppa got pulled up on by some NBA Youngboy goons, that was Ben 10. Ben 10 was the one who had the gun, who confronted NLE Choppa. Now, NLE Choppa claimed that Ben 10 had a gun, and they had guns too, and they was about to bang it out right then and there.
This nigga brought his police ass shit.
Where you at? What type of gangster pull up on a man, say they gonna do something to a man, and pull out their phone? I just asked these folks, what you wanna do? Why y'all keep staring at me? I'm sitting here, right in the parking lot, being shaking. Y'all do shit, man. Come on, man. If you gonna post something, post that, bro. Listen, bro, go pull the surveillance camera footage up. I was just standing there, wide in the middle, butt booty naked, flat foot in the parking lot. You ain't do shit to me, bro.
Ben 10 also really upset a lot of people when he made the horrendously bold request to the President of the United States to essentially create a state where murder charges do not exist. Huh? There's a lot of people out there in America who love killing, and that if you really want to lower the murder rate, you create one environment where all these people can go kill each other, do whatever they want, and it'll be completely legal only there, but if they cross state lines, then they're screwed. That somehow will lower the murder rate. I think it's more likely to lead to that entire state being gone, right? Because if everyone's allowed to legally kill each other and they're all there only because they could get away with murder. It doesn't sound like it ended too well, but it's more so like the fact that this poor young man grew up in an environment where he could even be led to have a thought like this. It's very sad, to say the least.
If y'all want the murder rate to go fucking down, why y'all don't just make a fucking state for straight great hitters and let us just kill each other? Let us just go dumb, you heard me? And if the other ones kill outside of the state lines, the government get to kill them or kill y'all. The ones won't bang for the rest of our life. Let us get a part of the world where we just could bang it. Like, this our life. Like, you can't get mad because we bang. This is what we love to do. Well, what I love to do, I love to bang and I'm back on that type of shit. Ain't just too much police shit involved right now.
And it's sad that someone who would make a comment like this is now currently in the hospital facing the repercussions of the very actions that he was damn near condoning, right? Of course, we still have tons of unanswered questions, like how did NBA Ben 10 end up getting shot? What does J. Prince Jr. have to do with this? We will break this all down. But as far as Ben 10's current condition, like I said before, you got different people saying a bunch of different things. So some of the Youngboy's associates, they start posting mixed messaging, some saying he's in critical condition, some saying that he's perfectly fine. YouTuber Seti Nash had actually pulled up to the Houston restaurant where this altercation went down, and he says he spoke to the police there on site. You'll see in the clip there's like tons of police officers at the site at that period of time, and he says he got confirmation that Ben 10 was alive and fine when he was taken to the hospital.
I decided I'm gonna pull up to the scene. That nigga ain't died. Cal just said he ain't died. I'm finna act like I ain't doing shit. Crib. This the little shit right here on me. Shit, this the police all out here. You know what I'm saying? On medical, all this shit. 3200 Kirby Drive, we here. Now, Ben 10 got popped. He didn't get killed though. That's out. Ty said he ain't, you know, 10 good, bro. He ain't died. Cuz ain't died. He's still alive. Yeah, Cuz alive. Anybody said he dead is lying.
Now, as far as what police had to say, well, one of them on site had basically recounted what went down or what they knew at that period of time, and they confirmed that 2 victims at the restaurant had got shot. Both of them were in their mid-20s. They both got shot in the torso. One of the victims that was shot was actually in critical condition, and many people believe this is actually Ben 10. But here's where we start putting pieces to the puzzle together in terms of what actually went down. The cop explains that the shooter of Ben 10 and the other guy had a confrontation where basically the victims, aka the 2 people who got shot, they were trying to take his chains. As this happens, several people jump into this big fist fight. The cop says that one of the victims had a gun on him during this fight, and many people believe this is Ben 10. He basically implies that Ben 10 pulled out his gun and the suspect, aka the guy who actually shot the gun, stole the gun from Ben 10 and shot it and hit Ben 10 and another victim.
You've got 2 victims. See, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. They got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigation's just now starting, but investigators are going to get over here and try to figure out exactly how that occurred. We got some folks on the scene that are talking to us. We got some good video. So that's where we are right now.
After this, another cop did another press conference where he said that as this fight was going down, the suspect shot at the 2 victims, one being Ben 10, and that suspect ended up fleeing on foot after the shooting. So the cops didn't know who exactly was the shooter. He apparently got beat up pretty bad. He took his gun and he just took off. He ran away. Crazy enough, one of the actual victims who got shot, again, this was near the torso area, according to the cop, he also ran away on foot after getting shot in around the leg.
The individual, again, that was being robbed or assaulted, and I guess you would consider it a robbery as physically as they were being with this guy, once he finally presented the weapon and started shooting, he fled on foot, and we don't know where he went from that time. We don't know if he got in a car, don't know where he went. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is going on right now, a lot of moving parts, and we're trying to figure out who that was.
So the robbery victim is also the gunman?
Yes.
You say he's pretty badly beaten?
It appears that he was being beat up severely, but he was able to get to his weapon and start firing at everyone. Ended up striking 2 people.
You know the club checks for weapons or metal detectors? Or
I don't know that. Yep. Y'all would have to ask the store or the club owners that stuff.
Any previous
don't know.
Shootings here?
I don't. Not that I know of, but again, I mean, I'm not sure about that. I haven't worked one here.
Did the patrons of the restaurant remain on the scene, or they all fled too?
Some folks stuck around, some folks fled. We had a handful of folks who were trying to, but again, the most people that are being most cooperative right now are the actual owners of the club and the people that work there. Everything happened inside the club. One of our victims that was shot in the legs actually ran out of the club and was found in the parking garage. That's where we found him at, but he was running, trying to get away from the gunfire.
So now we know, like, basically what happened, right, in terms of series of events at this Houston restaurant. J. Prince Jr. is there, Ben 10 is there. Someone gets their chain stolen. A fight breaks out. As that big fight is going on, Ben 10 and another victim end up getting shot. The suspect, the shooter, ends up running away so the cops don't catch him. Ben 10 is taken to the hospital and the other victim had tried to run away on foot. Now let's try to connect some dots. We end up getting this from a Detroit blog after the smoke had kind of settled. They said this is the full story. J. Prince Jr. put his hands on All-Star Jr.'s kids, and All-Star Jr. was pressing him about it, and J. Prince Jr. told All-Star that when he sees him, it's up. And J. Prince Jr. got the drop on All-Star and went up there with Ben 10 and other Mob Ties members, and they started jumping him and attempting to pistol whip him. But All-Star Jr. had got a hold of their gun and started shooting and stood over Ben 10 while all Mob Ties members had ran away. Now, this actually kind of aligns with what the cops had been saying, right? With the story that the cops had told. A fight breaks out. One of the victims who got shot pulls out a gun that they had on them during that fight. But then the main suspect, the shooter, had stolen the gun and shot 2 victims, and one victim had ended up running away with a shot leg. That's what the cops had said. But in that screenshot I just showed you, they were saying how J. Prince Jr., who we saw in the video of the altercation, had ran away with the Mob Ties members, that's the name of his group, and left Ben 10 there, shot. Again, the cops had said that one of the victims who was shot had ran away. These guys are saying that J. Prince and all of his members had ran away. But who is this All-Star Jr. guy? Well, he is believed to be the shooter. Not by the cops and not by me connecting any dots, but literally by what he's posted on Instagram. We'll break that down shortly. So a couple days ago, you got this clip, this weird clip of J. Prince Jr. getting his elbow licked by this woman who is believed to be All-Star Jr.'s baby mother. All-Star Jr. is a Detroit rapper.
I want him to know that you moved on to bigger and better things.
Hey, man, he a cheater, y'all.
Oh, shit. That's mob shit. Nigga, she made it.
Oh. Hey, you are.
She made it.
Trust the process.
Hey, man, I'm glad you left her alone. Oh, I'm glad y'all had differences. Because I'm the difference now.
Trust the process.
Now, as this situation would unfold, DJ Big Mac of Akademiks, he would sit down with a internet personality from Detroit named Dogface, and he had actually confirmed that this whole thing started over All-Star Jr.'s baby mother, claiming that J. Prince Jr. had started seeing her and got a little too comfortable and a little too aggressive with her children, which again are also the children of this rapper from Detroit, All-Star Jr.
He's getting money. I hear there's a girl situation. Is that true?
Baby mama situation. J. Prince Jr. fucking with his baby mama right now. So when you, all you gotta do is go on YouTube and type in her name. I'll send you her Instagram page so you can look. And J. Prince Jr. basically been trolling JR, kind of like, I got your bitch type shit. He made her lick his arm and all kind of crazy ass shit.
Real?
And so a lot of this shit going on with this situation probably could have been prevented. But just like all things, there's a bitch involved in the middle of this shit. And she's such a disrespectful ass bitch. She was supposed to step on all this shit. And they ain't supposed to be beefing about her. You know what I'm saying? JR got bitches, so he wasn't tripping about J. Prince having that bitch. He don't give a fuck about that bitch. He get bitches. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, here it goes. It says rear footage of. I see them in the car. I see them in the car.
Yeah, that's it. And so she allowed herself to be used as a pawn. So Junior controls JR. You feel what I'm saying? And so, I mean, she's just a gutter, stupid ass bitch. And just like all things in the hood, it's always some murder or it's always some action about a bitch who don't know how to control herself. And then, according to what I heard, Junior had been disciplining his kids. I don't know how true it is.
What you mean disciplining? Discipline whose kids?
Been whooping JR kids with her. JR got kids with her. Junior been whooping the kids, so they had the issue about don't put your hand on my kids. On top of the fact you already been disrespectful, she ain't supposed to be letting Junior touch his kid at all, period. You hear me? Because they already have an issue. If you got a baby by a chick and then she get another motherfucker and the other motherfucker don't like you and the other motherfucker whooping your kid, you gotta have a problem with that.
Can I ask you a question? Does J. Prince Jr. have a prior issue with this guy beyond the girl?
I don't think so.
So he didn't get with this girl purposely to get at the guy. He got with her.
No.
And shit start escalating because
the relationship. Because J. Prince has her. Junior has her now. JR, I guarantee you 1,000% JR don't give a fuck about her, period. But he is concerned about his kids. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So J. Prince Jr. is beating the kids.
I'm not gonna say he beat them.
So that's where these issues started from, apparently. J. Prince Jr. is with the baby mother of All-Star Jr.'s children. Now they got problems, allegedly. So J. Prince Jr., he would get on to kind of clear the air on everything, and he posted this on his Instagram page. This internet stuff is so cap. First off, I went to the restaurant by myself to meet OG3 for his birthday dinner. That's the restaurant where the shooting happened. I did not have one of my guys with me, and everyone who was at the restaurant was there organically to celebrate the homie's birthday. I didn't know Buddy was there. I had just come from physical therapy and my aunt's birthday dinner, which is why I was dressed like that. Because again, like I showed you guys in the video, he was dressed in like shorts, like very casual. Almost as if, you know, he didn't dress fancy because he wasn't actually at this fancy restaurant to eat, but instead he was there to kind of execute something darker, right? But no, he says he was at physical therapy. So he continues. Secondly, I would never harm a child, and that little boy loves me to death, so y'all can chill out with that BS too. Here he's talking about the accusations that he was allegedly getting physical with All-Star Jr.'s child, because again, he's dating the baby mother, and here he's kind of deading the idea that these issues could have started over the baby mother and her child, or that he would ever touch the child. I understand y'all bloggers want clicks, but at least attempt to tell some truth. Y'all just make up anything. I was raised to handle business in private, but this new generation only understands what's posted, not what's real. When the story gets one-sided, silence starts looking like guilt, and sometimes you gotta speak, not for them, but to set the record straight. So I'll be sitting down with someone to clear the air on a lot of situations soon. Get well, Ben and Ron. Y'all stay strong. So he's saying he's going to go do an interview to clear the air on this situation, essentially. Similar to how the Prince family did after the passing of Takeoff. Now, like J. Prince Jr. had said here, there's always got to be a couple sides to every story, so let's look at every single side. You also have All-Star Jr. basically admit to the crime himself online. So first he posts this on his own Instagram. He tags J. Prince Jr. saying, "Damn, you're still running up the curb. You left the Cullinan and all. Say you ain't know what to do when that pressure on. Now I'm literally finna show the whole world how soft you are. You've been getting horsed for years. I'm pulling the curtain back now. Hashtag mob untie." He's referencing the fact that, again, like the police had even said, after the shooting, everyone ran away. So there he's basically admitting to, at the very least, knowing about this situation, right? But his next post, I mean, you could pretty much tell that he's trying to take credit for doing this crime, right? First, he creates a quote-unquote viral dance challenge called the Ben 10 challenge, where basically you preferably have to get shot 4 or 5 times to execute the dance properly. This is what All-Star Jr. is saying in this video. I mean, check it out.
In honor of my nigga Ben 10, since he wanted to play when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down, point them toes up, right? Spread a little bit, cause the nigga done spanked you. Then you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there y'all go. BN10 challenge, man. Hey, the best BN10 challenge, man. Fuck it. $20,000 BN10 challenge. Best BN10 challenge, man, that go viral. Fuck with me.
Now, if you notice in that video, he's also wearing a t-shirt that says, "Unplug that man," basically implying that Ben 10 is on life support. We'll get back to what we know about his condition shortly, but he also posted a couple other pictures of him flexing more jewelry with the caption that basically said, "I had to shoot to the D and get some new ice, cause my man Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him." Remember that the cops had said the suspect that they believe was the shooter stole the gun from one of the victims who he ended up shooting, while that victim had tried to take his chain. The whole fight had started by someone trying to take All-Star Jr.'s chain. He ends up grabbing Ben 10's gun, allegedly, and shooting him, and everybody runs off. And people believe J. Prince Jr. is behind this due to the issues that him and All-Star Jr. have related to All-Star Jr.'s baby mother.
I want to just give a quick PSA to any nigga who rolls around with this nigga right here. Do not, if y'all him going to the club, y'all him going to the bowling alley, ride in separate cars, please. For the next 2 years, ride in separate cars. If you know this nigga right here, and by the way, I think he's weird if he drives around with any kids in his car. What he has just done with this post is basically saying, y'all niggas better come kill me. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Oh shit. God damn.
Now, as far as Ben 10's condition, again, we still don't know fully. His mom had posted this picture of her with him, saying, "Thank you, my God, for not leaving my son. You cover him." Meanwhile, you had Seti Nash, who, again, went to the scene of the crime, spoke with the police, and had also predicted, or not predicted, but had called very early on the whole Gucci Mane Pooh Shiesty situation. Well, now he's saying that there are talks, basically, that Ben 10 is paralyzed, unable to walk, has suffered heart attacks in the hospital, and is really there fighting for his life.
That boy Ben 10 is in a coma. Yeah, he paralyzed for sure. But here's the part where only a certain few know. And it's only because they team is chatty patty, right? That boy had 2 heart attacks since he been in. He died twice in that hospital bed. That's why his mama was saying, "Be covered over the blood of Jesus." Youngin is on his way out. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. His team don't expect him to make it the next week. Just gonna be fair, square, obvious, and honest. So if you hear me say, or hear somebody else say, breaking news, Ben 10 is dead, it's gonna be true. Because at the end of the day, he done died twice already. What's going on in his body is rejecting the blood, so the blood transfusions ain't going well. He was hanging on by a thread anyways. That boy wasn't all the way there when they picked him up, when they scooped him up. He wasn't all the way there.
He doubled down on this statement, and other people had said very similar things.
Yeah, the boy is dying. He died twice. And it's shocking. Cleared twice. He's losing a lot of blood. So that's why you're not seeing anything. All the rumors about the paralyzed shit. Yeah, that's factual. That's actual. But the thing is that boy done died twice in that hospital, man. When they seen him, he was barely breathing. Thank goodness he was barely breathing. But the way that man was shot to hell, man, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is a major miracle that he's still alive.
It don't sound too good. I'm hearing coma, I'm hearing paralyzed, wheelchair, I'm hearing pull the plug. It's nothing good has came from this situation, but he brought it on himself. He can only blame himself. He can't blame nobody else. And I'm seeing a lot of people go to bat for Ben 10. A lot of grown men, which is sad. He didn't win from this situation. And you can't go to bat for somebody who continues to do dumb shit. Your best friend is NBA Youngboy, a multi-millionaire, the hottest rapper in the game, $33 million tour, over 100 RIAA certified gold, platinum, diamond records. You brought this on yourself.
Now, I definitely agree with the end of that clip. Like, that's kind of one of the saddest parts about a lot of these situations that we've seen, whether it's the Pooh Shiesty situation or this one, is how easily this BS could be avoided if, people online don't glorify this type of violence. And if you realize the opportunities that you have, right? Like, he was standing next to the arguably biggest, if not one of the biggest rappers of the last year with NBA Youngboy. Youngboy was on a run very similar to like Wayne in 2008 to a smaller degree, right? And speaking of J. Prince Jr., look at what happened when Wayne connected with Drake. And Drake had that hard work that ended up paying off. But of course, that cosign from Lil Wayne was huge.
I study rap battles for a living.
Who knows, maybe Ben 10 standing next to Youngboy here, going on tour with him and everything, could have saw tons of success just by the association, right? He's got videos on YouTube with millions of views just because Youngboy is in the title or in the thumbnail. Just that association alone could have sent Ben 10 up to the moon, but instead he gets caught up in this BS. And there seems to be even more BS. Because remember, I told you guys before, Akademiks, he spoke with a Detroit personality, Dogface, who was kind of breaking down what exactly went down in this situation. And remember, like I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, like a lot of this stuff can be unavoidable if people stop glorifying the violence, right? Well, the way he's describing this whole shooting that took place and the fact that Ben 10 ended up facing these repercussions against this Detroit rapper, he's framing it like it's a victory for Detroit, right? And the fact that Youngboy also had to cancel his Detroit concert a couple months ago because it was too close in proximity to Chicago, which is where he has other ops, I guess, with Dirk and King Von and all of that. It just adds on to the list of victories that Detroit, I guess, is taking against Youngboy and his NBA associates. But it's like, are these really victories? Is this really something to be celebrating? I mean, take a look at what he had to say, but then it gets worse than what he said.
It's the NBA dudes who got shot. Them just stupid got sent on a mission. And Youngboy already had to cancel his concert in Detroit because Detroit is way too close to Chicago for his coward.
Nah, he was going. Wait. Did he? No. Did he cancel it? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He canceled that Detroit. Google it. YouTube it. He canceled that.
Yeah, but Youngboy don't got no smoke in no Detroit though.
Listen, you got a problem with Detroit. I don't give a if me and other Detroit have a problem with each other. We can cuss each other out all day, right? We can go at each other. Me and PZ can cuss each other out. Me and Doug can cuss each other out. But I got love in the city of Detroit and all around the area. You come to Detroit playing, the spirit of Trick is gonna raise up on your bro.
Now they said Detroit police canceled it. It wasn't Youngboy.
Hey, listen, whatever you want to say, the Detroit police are known for doing that if they believe it's gonna be an issue. They have a history of doing that, but he ain't want to come no way.
So do you think that the blood lies on the hands of J. Prince Jr.? By the way, this is what he said. He said J. Prince Jr. in response to allegations he was involved in the shooting, he says the internet is so cap.
Listen, I'm not gonna put nothing on him, but the camera speak for itself. I'm not gonna say that he ordered nobody to do anything. I'm not gonna say that. But what I am saying is, it was obvious that they was all together. It don't take Sigmund Freud to know that. And he was right there watching, stalking around while it was happening. He didn't do anything to stop it. So it looks like, at least in the public eye, that he has something to do with it. I'm not gonna say that he gave nobody no order to do nothing. What I am gonna say is, they walked in there. They got the full the camera footage. He walked in with the part of his entourage. They tried it, and it wasn't successful. So ain't no sense that nobody in NBA Youngboy camp should be mad. Because we all know this. What does Ben 10 and Daddy and Ron from NBA Youngboy camp know All-Star JR from? What history do they have with each other? JR was defending himself. It's as simple as that. They ran up on that, they pulled that strap out, he took their pistol from them, and he defended himself.
Now, why I said it gets worse is because while NBA Ben 10, one of Youngboy's, closest associates is in the hospital, maybe fighting for his life. Who really knows? Other NBA associates are now trying to beef Akademiks because Akademiks had been friends with Youngboy, but now he has this dog-faced Detroit personality on his live streams, bragging about the entire situation, how it's a victory for Detroit. And I understand the frustration, but it's also insane to me that, like, one of your friends or your close associates is in the hospital right now fighting for his life, and you're worried about what Akademiks is saying on his live streams. Like, it doesn't seem like anyone's priorities in this situation are properly aligned, right?
Then y'all talking about some Detroit versus everybody. Man, shut the f up. Half of y'all broke. Y'all ain't got nothing going. Then this Akademiks, bro, like, I don't know, bro. You confusing, bro. When I see you, bro, I gotta just look you in your eyes and really just holler at you. And really see if you really f in the head, son. Go out of. Like, one day you with us, one day you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? Pick your side. Shot every day, man.
Now, otherwise, we also had the influencer who goes by Jamor, and he said that he had spoke to Ben 10 and that Ben 10 is completely fine. He's doing good. He's in the hospital. He's in good spirits. He has not been paralyzed or in a coma or in fatal conditions or anything. And to not believe the rumors, he's actually completely healthy.
Tell you how good God is, man. I just get off the phone with my little brother. So for everybody that wishing bad on him and all that stuff, man, y'all start acting like God ain't good, man, and like God don't give people second and third and fourth chances. That's how good God is. My little brother, straight 10, good. We just talk, everything straight, and I'm not getting in the middle, in the midst of nothing. Yeah, I'm on the neutral side. You feel me? I don't bang, I don't do none of that, but I'm just putting it out there. Like, stop believing everything y'all hear about all this life support, all that shit, man. My brother, good, live, talking, walking, smiling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the shit going on, you feel me? Like, how it's supposed to be. When you pray to big God, he got you.
Now, hopefully Ben 10 has a speedy recovery, but as far as where things are right now with J. Prince Jr., right? If he was really the one behind this entire thing, things could get dark for him. Wack 100, who, take what he says, I guess, with a grain of salt, right? But he's making the bold claim that the feds are actually building an active RICO against the Prince family, based off multiple prior issues in the past, most notably the Takeoff situation. And now you got this situation right here. And Wack had said that before going into the restaurant where the fight and the shooting had occurred, Ben 10 and his associates were actually having a meeting with J. Prince Jr. in the underground parking lot of the restaurant. Again, take what he says with a grain of salt, but basically implying that they were plotting this out, right? Like, this was a calculated attack that J. Prince was kind of at the helm of. Because as far as the public knows, like, there's no direct issues between All-Star Jr. and NBA Youngboy or anyone from the NBA crew, so Ben 10 had no incentive to really try and steal his chain. They're saying that it had to have been J. Prince Jr. because he's the only one with actual notable issues against All-Star Jr.
Them tapes got the bozo, J. Prince Jr., congregating in the, I don't know if it's the underground parking or whatever parking lot connected to the business. Guess who we congregating with?
Ben 10.
10 niggas. And 10 is one of the 10. So I said to myself as I'm listening to him talk, I'm like, well, that ain't nothing. He said, no. Here go the bad part. All 10 proceeded to go into the location. Guess who was the first one approached and snatched the jury?
J. Prince.
You're correct. So my man say, well, they ain't gonna book the nigga, the J nigga with the gun? He said, no, they was pistol whipping him with the gun and dropped it. And then he picked it up. You in the South.
Yes, and
So guess what else? He say the people told him. They say the boy might be paralyzed. I hope he not. Whoever the Ben 10 dude is, they say he might be paralyzed.
Oh man, that's
what they say. This is what I'm listening to him say. He said, but because it was a congregation in the parking lot, wherever that parking lot was, underground, whatever's connected to that business. And because the bozo who was in the center of the congregation was the one that reached for the jury first, they saying because he initiated everything that happened up there is his charge. So he might as well have been the J nigga. He might as well have shot Ben 10. It got even crazier. The niggas say, hey man, I don't give what nobody say about that nigga Wack 100, bro. He said, what Wack 100 got to do with this? The same voice Wack played on the internet is the same lady that came and got the tapes. He said, bro, everybody thought this nigga was capping. They really own them niggas like that. We don't see it. Listen, look, I hope the nigga all right.
Now, when Dogface spoke to Akademiks, I'm sorry, I find that name hilarious, Dogface, I'm not really sure where that comes from, but he had said that the respect that J. Prince Jr. has, like to the point where these people like NBA Ben 10 who have no issues with these Detroit rappers will go as far as trying to steal their chains and taking bullets for J. Prince Jr. All that respect doesn't actually derive from any moves J. Prince Jr. has made. In fact, people don't actually take him seriously. Instead, he completely leans on the legacy that his father had built. Well, Jazz Prince Jr., like, J. Prince Sr. had said, he was introduced to the business side of things, right? When J. Prince Sr. was running Rap-A-Lot Records, the record label, he had been in all these meetings, like observing his father. And that's where he got that business-oriented mindset to the point that led him to actually discovering and signing Drake. Spicy. Meanwhile, his other son, J. Prince Jr., who were seen at the helm of all these different altercations, he hadn't necessarily taken that route. He doesn't have real respect, according to Dogface. And instead, the only respect that he gets from people where they're willing to do things like this for him, these crimes for him, is because of the legacy that his actual father has built. And he says that J. Prince Jr. is not really honoring his father's legacy well at all, considering he's always involved in these different controversies.
I'm going to be honest. I talked to Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker said that, people got the respect for J. Prince Jr. That's a fact.
They do. They have to. But listen, let's get this shit straight. I'm trying to be as respectful
I'm thinking he's stepping on shit out there.
Hey, listen, Akademiks, stop playing for you. Make me fucking throw up in my fucking soul, my fucking lap.
You never heard that?
Listen, bro. No. The respect comes from his father.
I'm gonna call a Houston nigga after this. I think you're being a little biased.
Call him. Hey, listen, I am not being biased, bro. I'm the most unbiased motherfucker you ever want to talk to about this shit. Hey, listen. The respect comes from Senior. It comes from the legacy of Senior, with him being a GOAT, with him being one of the most prominent figures that helped the South rise up out the ashes and establish themselves. That's where the respect comes from. Junior is working off the respect of his father. Every time you see him get into some shit, it's almost always some ass backwards ass shit. He's trying to be his father. But he's not moving and he's not operating like his father. Junior went to private school. He grew up, he was born a millionaire. So I think he's suffering from a complex of trying to fill the shoes of his father, and it's not working out because every time he finds himself into a situation, it's always some goofy, dumbass shit that comes out of that shit, bro.
I like the cowboy hats. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the cowboy hats, and I like when they twist their fingers up. Like, that's a cool sign. I'm like...
Now, Wack 100 kind of doubled down on the claims that Dogface is making, because he says that J. Prince Sr. had told J. Prince Jr. that when it comes to this situation with Ben 10 getting shot and everything, he's completely on his own. He doesn't have his father's support. Wack is claiming it's because there's the whole alleged RICO that is, again, allegedly being built up against them. The dad wants nothing to do with this isolated incident. He's leaving the son to fight his own battles, and especially because he knows that this was over a female, right? This entire situation allegedly was over All-Star Jr.'s baby mother. And then you also have piled onto that the fact that that Takeoff incident was over a dice game. It seems like, again, all these situations can be very easily avoidable.
But this is what then it get a little more juicier than that. The daddy got a double back door leak over there, right? So my back door, he said, let me call my nigga that be up under the daddy. He calls over there. He tell my back door that daddy went crazy on Junior on the phone, told Junior you was a tender dick, you done did all this behind a bitch, and told him I ain't paying for your attorney or nothing. You on your own with this one. Now Junior probably doing you a favor, because the fact I'm saying it now, he probably gonna want to pay for your attorney so it don't look like, So I'm doing you a favor right now, Junior.
Right.
So the back door, he listening to the old man tell the son this. He also said, motherfucker, we got the Takeoff situation. You got the security guard that was left dead in the club parking lot. He said some other shit too. He said Takeoff. Somebody left dead in the parking lot by some boxes and some fight in the car. I do remember not too long ago a guard came up dead and the family complained that they sent $1,800. Y'all remember that? It was something came up. Remember the family members was talking about the Prince family donated $1,800 to the burial. I guess, they insinuating he was involved because of Junior. He said 2 more incidents. Told a nigga you on your own and you on your own. Use a Tinder dick. Banged the phone on him. But this was crazy. I would have been got the from my son a long time ago. Son, he's an idiot. If that nigga is really on that tape, snatching at that jewelry first, they got, they say their key shit is, they got him congregating on the camera with the 10 dudes in the parking lot. So now you know what they gonna do. They gonna pull all them niggas' phone records to see who initiated the text or call to get this dude to text and call this dude and that dude and this dude.
You talking about the Mexican cousin, man.
I don't know. They just said Junior is in the parking lot congregating with all 10 and they come in together. So they got them together. You get what I'm saying? And then they say Junior is the first nigga to reach for the jewel. This on camera. This ain't with a month. This is when they went to review the cameras. He's sitting there with them, and they reviewing the cameras, and that's what it is. Because he didn't know about the congregation in the parking lot. The girl definitely didn't know. The girl in there, they said the girl was hysterical. Like, what? I don't know. I seen them come in, but did you see them? Did they come in together? But they looking at the cameras. Because I guess she was the one who received them. So hopefully this girl ain't in no type of association with none of them, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully the girl ain't send a text to none of them, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully ain't none of that dumb shit. They'll play with you for a minute, act like they don't know nothing, see what you gonna give them, and then put a mirror in front of you and ask you how long can you dance?
Like I mentioned, all these things seem like they could have never happened if people stopped glorifying the wrong things and realized how avoidable altercations over ego should really be. Hopefully Ben 10 makes a full recovery and can spread a more positive message or do more positive with his life and his career, similar to his mentor Youngboy going forward. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I study rap
Alcoholics
for a living.